Okay, this is part 2 of my Yamaha R1 custom exhaust and intake project. Well, what I did first was I removed my stock air box. You have to take out the tank, and I took out the stock air filter and installed a BMC air filter, the race filter, and I also took out the stock velocity stacks and installed some Factory Pro billet aluminum velocity stacks. This will give the bike a little bit more top end. It'll make the bike breathe a whole lot better. For the exhaust system, as I said last time, what I was going to do, what I did was, as you can see, I removed the exhaust system. There's the stock exhaust system right there, and right here was where the exhaust valve was. In here was basically a valve, a butterfly valve, like I explained, that would just control back pressure. What I did was I took off the plate and I removed the valve, and I actually got a steel plate welded onto that, where that was. So I actually lost some weight by removing all that stuff that was in there. Once I did remove that exhaust valve, that means I had a motor that was here. That was what this is right here. That is what was, this is the housing for the motor that actually controls the exhaust valve. Inside of here were basically a little heavy motor, 12-volt motor, and a bunch of gears, and a potentiometer that actually knew the position of the exhaust valve. What I did was, by disconnecting this, when I turn on the ignition, I will get an error code. I believe it's code 17 and 18. And basically it's telling me it can't detect the motor. So what I did was I opened this up, just took off those 6 screws there, and I took out the motor, all the gears, everything, and in there you'll find, I think it's 4 wires. Well, and what I did was I looked online and I found a schematic in which I can actually wire it so that it wouldn't throw up any ECU codes. As I said previously, Graves sells this little module that you can plug right into here. This is where that plugs into, and it's about $65, and it will keep you from getting the same error code. But as I said, I basically went online and just it's really I bought the parts, and I actually wired it up in here. I guess I should have taken some pictures or videoed it, but I can actually send anyone the schematic for it if they want. It's really simple. All you need to do is buy 2 electronic components, which are, I think, from what I remember, is a 4.7 k ohm resistor and one 470 microfarad capacitor. It has to be 470 microfarad, 35 volts capacitor, and you just basically wire it up to the 4 existing wires in there, and you can simulate the same thing that Graves sells, and you can just put it back into this nice case. And plus, this case is a lot lighter because you don't have the motor in there anymore. And so I'm basically going to just screw this back up in here, connect that back, and go on with my exhaust system. Now, back to the exhaust. The exhaust system will go back in there as normal, but as I said before, I will be trying to cut it here, and let me go around to the other side of the bike here. Okay, so I said what I'm going to do is the exhaust system, as it goes up into the bike, something similar like that, I want to cut right here and angle it out the side, maybe somewhere around the rear set, somewhere here. I want it to look similar to what those KTM RC8s look like, where the exhaust just stays right there. Or I have another idea. I was thinking of just having it come back with 2 Jordan GP1 style exhaust right back here behind the rear set. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to mount up my exhaust and take it to the guy who will be bending and welding it to whatever style I want, and I will continue this video later.